Hi there, my name is Christian Eschbach, and thank you very much for watching another one of my album reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at The Pretty Reckless Hit Me Like a Man EP. Now, little backstory on The Pretty Reckless. First off, the band originally started with vocalist Taylor Momsen writing a bunch of songs and then having to look for a band to put together to record and then subsequently go out and tour with, potentially. Taylor Momsen, for anybody who doesn't know, is Cindy Lou Who from the Jim Carrey's The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, that cute little blonde girl. She grew up into quite the rock and roll vixen. And also, she was on the TV show Pretty Little Liars. Okay, so we're going to ignore all the fact that she's this cute petite blonde, because she is. She is a very cute petite blonde. And I'm going to look at just the music here and talk about just the music, because the music is phenomenal. And I'm not saying that just as some dude. See, my daughter is the one that introduced me to this band, my daughter Ashley. She brought home the CD one day and said, put it on. And I said, okay. So I put it on. I'm like, oh, this is some good stuff. And it was their very first album, Light Me Up. Really good, solid first album. But then they didn't have anything else at the time. And it, like I said, she was on the show Pretty Little Liars. So she was actually doing the show while she was doing this stuff. And because of that, 2 years later, so 2012 rolls around, this EP finally gets released. Only 5 songs on it, only 3 new songs, 2 live songs. The album kicks off with Make Me Wanna Die. Fantastic song. Should have been a really good kickstart single for the band, blowing them up in the beginning. I'm kind of glad that it didn't blow them up through the stratosphere right off the bat on their first album. But it was a really good song on the first album, and to do a live version and use the live track as the warm-up for this album and the first track to get it going, get your blood pumping, get you moving. It's a really good idea. It really does start this album out really good. I want to mention another reason why I love the Pretty Reckless so much and why musically I totally appreciate them is I've actually played Pretty Reckless music live on stage with my daughter. She loves playing guitar and singing, and I've been fortunate enough to accompany her while I've been on drums. So much fun to do it, Pretty Reckless. It really is. She's an acoustic singer, so she does it a little bit differently, but beautiful voice. You know, every dad talks about their daughter. Yeah, oh, my daughter. But anyways, so I have a lot of personal connections to Pretty Reckless, and I believe we've played Make Me Wanna Die once or twice. Fantastic, fun song. It really is a good song. It's got a good groove. It's got a good hook to it. All the instruments get right into it and just kind of, you know. From there, we go to the album track, or the title track for the album, Hit Me Like a Man. Now, Taylor Momsen is a rock and roll vixen. She's the gnarly side of rock and roll, the bad girl side of rock and roll. She is I don't know how to put it. She really is truly like the bad girl, the ultimate bad girl. She almost is to rock and roll for women what Alice Cooper is, but without the shock rock kind of thing, you know. But it is shock rock in her own way. Like Hit Me Like a Man, it's actually a, for lack of a better song, it's an S&M kind of song, because the whole line is actually hit me like a man but love me like a woman, you know. And the whole thing is that push take, you know, that intensity, all primal, get into her, you know, kind of rip into each other, but, you know, love each other, you know, love hard, you know, that, the bad girl, the bad girl. She is rock and roll's bad girl. There's one other lady out there who is in the same category but different. That's Liz Hale, and Liz is a whole different story. Liz isn't the bad girl. Taylor's the bad girl. Liz is, you know, just the rock goddess kind of thing. So, anyways, from there we go to Underwater. Underwater is a nice, softer song. It's not some of Taylor's songs or some of the Pretty Reckless songs, because this is not just Taylor. There are all the songs were written by Taylor, Ben Phillips, and I am gonna butcher this name. I do apologize. Kato Kandwala. I hope I got close to right on that one. Those are the three writers of everything. Ben is the guitarist, Kato is guitarist and keyboards. So this stuff is the instrumentation on this stuff is fantastic. The way they play and whatnot, it really is beautiful. And Underwater, it's a slower song, but it's got heart, it's got passion, it really grabs at you, it takes you somewhere. Like, it's not a girly fluff slow song, it's just a slower beat, grab into you, just kind of tear at your soul kind of song. It's the best way I know how to put it. It's a wonderful song though, it really is. From there, we go into the next live track, Since You're Gone. Good, heavy thumper kind of song. It gets you boom, 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 boom. Heart's pumping, moving. You're just great pumping tempo. Just get you to pump in the right way. Not racing, just steady, heart pumping. But probably to me the weakest song on the album. I mean, there is no weak song on this album, but this is the weakest song on the album. It's the one I listened to the least on it. And then that goes to the song that I listened to the most on the album, which finishes off the album, which is the song Cold Blooded. It's a duet song. The whole premise is don't fall in love with a cold hearted person. But the way they do the duet is Taylor doing the female parts singing about not wanting to fall in love with a cold hearted man. And then, let's see here, the male vocals were done by, I believe, Kato, if I'm reading this right. And Kato does it the opposite way, where he's singing about you don't want to fall in love with a cold hearted woman. That particular song is really bluesy, really rich, full, but at the same time not overdoing it, taking it easy, just giving you a good hook to listen to, a good song to listen to. Just great way to go. If you ever come across this, so that is Pretty Reckless's Hit Me Like a Man EP. If you can find this, you come across it anywhere, pick it up. I don't think I paid more than $10 Canadian for it in the store. I love it. I absolutely love the album. I don't even want to say I paid that much for it, but at $10 it's still worth it. $2 a track. I'm willing to pay $2 a track for this. To be fair, Hit Me Like a Man, Underwater, and Cold Blooded, just those three tracks alone, it's worth picking it up. Realistically, do I put it in my CD player? Not too often, but it does go into my MP3 player mix, and it's pretty regular in my MP3 player mix because I do like listening to the whole EP. Other than that, I do thank you very much for once again watching another episode. Feel free to leave your comments. If you have any album suggestions, leave those in the comments too. I'll gladly take any suggestions. Otherwise, hit like, hit share, subscribe so you get the little notifications when I post a new video. Otherwise, love you all. Peace and take care.